All right, here we go. Another daily pattern day. Oops, I forgot to change over to today's pattern. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so if you want to know where I'm getting patterns, just to let you know, I am on, I'm going to remind you, I know I've done this before, but I'm at patterncollections.com. This is just the mobile version of the website. Just you can get to it either way. So patterncollections.com, under pattern focus, there's the daily patterns, and it does show you the name of the pattern and the date that that the daily pattern is to be released. They do have them ahead of time. So as a matter of fact, this particular week they've done 2 weeks in a row. So they actually have patterns listed all the way through November 20th. I think part of that has to do with the whole holidays thing and, you know, not getting too far behind for those who really want to do it every single day. And, you know, life happens. So then you just click on the, you know, yesterday's was Cadent. Today's is going to be C Wing Revisited. And there we go. So that's how you get to the patterns. If you want to get to this and follow along exactly using the step outs. So Sea Wing Revisited by Carlos Cano. We've done some of his before in these daily tangles. Okay, so step one, number one, we're going to need a green is grid, is pencil. So we need a pencil grid, right? That's step number one. Step number two, okay, it's very clear that there's going to, you need to put these C's, but do not connect them. Right here it shows there's a space. So you're going to make a C, make it like a circle, you know, make C's here and then turn it and make C's there, or however you need to do it to make it. But make sure you leave this space. Okay. And then you draw it like that. So this is basically a circle of life tangle. You know, it's grids, it's seeds, seed pods at an angle, not touching. That's really what it is. You can draw them all like that first, or you can draw the seed pod first. I may draw the seed pod first. I'll play with it and see. Then step 4, this is where it gets interesting. Different than what, you know, we've done before. See right here? You connect those two like that, and then down that way. So it's like opposite. So these two connect this way, and then these two connect that way. And these two connect this way. So it ends up like this. And then you do it again with the others that are left. So it's every other one connected this way, then that way, then this way, then that way. That's the part that's going to cause me some issue, but we'll see. It's very much like another pattern. Wow, it's a lot like another pattern that I really like. So it's just drawn differently. Interesting. Okay. So there's his sample, right? And then there it is in color. Color is kind of fun. So the first thing we have to do is draw that pencil grid and decide what size, you know, what scale this is going to be. And I think do I want to just draw 4? Do I want to have a bunch of them? That's my question. And my other question is going to be, do I want an even number? I want thinking. You can tell I'm thinking. Hang on a moment. How many do I want in a grid here? I don't know. Okay, it's just going to be what it is. I was trying to mathematically figure out what I want to do, but I should know better than to try to do that, because, you know, that's the reason I'm in art, right? Math and I don't get along. So, that particular gene went to my boy. He is the mathematician. I am not. So we're just going to draw a light pencil grid. I'm going to start in the middle so I can kind of even it up a bit so they're not completely weird shaped. And we're just going to do like this. I'll make it relatively big because it's kind of complicated. So I'm just going to do 4 across and 4 down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, at least it's even. All right, so I've made myself a pencil grid, pretty big sized. And then I'm going to draw it the way he's got it stepped out. So we make a C shape, but we don't connect to the grid. We leave a space, right? And then turn the tile. Like that. And then another one. Okay. So from here, do they touch here? No. Okay. No touchy. No touchy with the grid. Make our circular shape. No touchy. And yeah, I seem to be just spinning around, and I could have gotten there by not spinning quite so much, but you know. No touchy. Those are kind of close together, but they're not touching, right? As long as they're not touching, I'm good. No touchy. No touchy. No touchy. All right. There we go. Step 1. Now, step 2. Let's look, make sure we're doing this right. Inside here. Go this way. I'm just doing them all the ones this direction because it's easier for me to do it like this, and then I'll turn my tile. I'll just do them all that are going this way first, and then I'll turn my tile and do the ones going the other way. Alright. I think I didn't quite get that curved enough, but I don't think it's going to make that much difference. Now, step 4. Here's the interesting one. It's one going this way, and then one going this way, and then opposite. So this one is going okay, this is where I'm going to have my issue. I can feel it in my bones. Okay, so this one's going this way. Then this one's going this way. And this one's going this way, which really is out of the picture, but I'm going to draw a little bit of it just so I keep myself thoughtful here. So this one's going this way, so these ones connect this way. Right? And then the next step is to, I'm going to turn my tile and then do the next bunch. So we're going to do this one going this way, and this one going this way, so then if this one was going this way, then this one was going this way, and this one's going that way, and if this one's going this way, then these go this way, right? Okay. And that's it. That's how it goes. I think these need to be connected to something. I think I'm going to make a border. It's a little bit further out than those so that these can connect the way they need to. And you can imagine that this pattern is continuing. Okay. Something like that. This is interesting. It's very much like there's something else. I don't remember the name of it. It'll come to me. I'll just make a note to remind myself. This is C-wing. C-wing, similar pattern. I'm going to make a link to the step out to the other pattern that looks a lot like this, that is drawn a completely different way. But it has this sort of under and over thing happening. And I really like this under and over thing. Yeah. All right, so last step is to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. shows that we go ahead and actually draw in that grid through skip. Through skip. Okay. And then in here we draw that. Just kind of aura those. Right? Now, we want to do the same thing on the other layer because it's like two layers. So this one goes through and skip. And this one goes through and skip. And then right? This would be like that. Okay, one of these isn't right. Would be here. That would be there. I guess that's right. Okay. Just trying to make the pattern the same in all the spots. I've missed a corner here. All right, there we go. That's the whole thing, and it will look totally different once it's shaded. Wow, I stayed way zoomed out today. Sorry about that. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay. So this one is called Sea Wing Revisited. I'm assuming there's a sea wing somewhere I haven't done yet. And then I'm going to shade this. And I'm going to do it, let me zoom back out just a tad so I don't get off the screen. I'm going to do it right where the unders and overs are. I'm going to do it fairly dark too. So what time is it? 10:30. Okay. Might have time to draw one more today before I have to leave. Let's see. All right. Let's just shade those. Now you might see this completely different. You might actually see the seeds and not the unders and overs, but I totally see the unders and overs. So that's how I'm shading it. But you might see it completely different, and that's okay. I wish I could remember the name of that pattern this reminds me of. There's a lot of patterns in the world that are drawn differently, but then their end results look similar. Not exact, but similar. Similar enough for you to think, well, that seems like such and such pattern. And this is one of those cases, but I just can't remember the name. It starts with a B, I believe. There's just too many patterns in the world for me to remember them all. But I can go back. I know where there's a drawing that I've done using that pattern. So I can go back into my sketchbooks and find it. And I usually, not always, but I usually write the name of the pattern on the back of my tiles that I draw, so that when something like this happens, I can go back and refer to it. There we go. I like that. All right, thank you, Carlos, for this lovely Sea Wing Revisited. There we are. All right, I will do my best to figure out what this other pattern it seems like, but I might not find it. So, you know, if I do find it, I will put it in a link somewhere, wherever the links end up. All right, you guys have a really great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.